Another day at 71 degrees Fahrenheit at 2:30 p.m. on what's today? Tuesday, October 8th, 2024. I got a little company today. A couple of Highlanders are down here. They were out there earlier. Now that two of them went up to the maple tree in the shade. I got something to do today. I want to see what I can do with it, or if I can even do it. We'll see. They're eating the grass in this area today. Yeah. Cattle are acting like I'm going to give them something, but I'm not. I got grass to eat, and I got something else I want to work on. I don't really need their help, but I'm going to try to pick some of these pears that are higher up. Yeah, I got some kind of contraption made there with my tree trimmer. I got a bucket on it to catch the apples if I can get them. If I can get them to go in the bucket, but then how do I keep these cattle from eating the pears? Especially after I put them in the bucket. Okay, but I'm gonna start at the top, see if I can get the top ones first. It looks like they cleaned up all the ones on the ground. See any pears left on the ground? If there are, they eat them right away. I think she's eating one right now over there. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can at least pick the first one and see what happens. Well, see what I can do. The reason I'm picking them because they're falling off. There was a few more on here before, but now there's less than there was before. Look at that her. See? She chased him away because she don't want him to get any pears. She wants to eat them all. So that's what he's got to deal with until he gets a little bigger to push back. He's got to get stronger than her. Okay, I'm going to see what I can do with this bucket and pole. See what I can reach. I'm going to need both hands for this. But I'll see what I can do. I don't know if I can do this with one hand. Yeah, I need two hands. Well, I got 3 pears. It works. I can only pick a few because that bucket gets heavy after a while, plus the pole. So I'm going to pick a few more now. Oh, I got a few off. Got a few more on the other side. I got to see if I can get. Then I got to get those few there. It's harder to do. It's okay. It's easier to collect them or get them to break loose if they're close to the trunk or the limb. But when they're hanging like that, it's hard. Harder to get them. But and having that bucket so high up, it's also hard to hold. It's heavy. But I'll keep trying. They're enjoying it though. A few of them are falling off as yeah, that's just a bucket. A few of them are falling off as there's one over there that fell off. And I ain't gonna, once they hit the ground, I'll leave them. So I'll clean them up. Tired already. My arms are sore. A little bully, he can't even get close. Yeah, they'll chase them out of their way. A few, and I lost a few. And that's what they're eating. They enjoy them. I'm going to see if I can get some more on that end there. That bucket is heavy. And the pole is not light either. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 4. A little one I ain't worried about. See if I can get those 4. They're harder to do when they're hanging out like that. Yeah. I gotta raise the bucket up higher to get some pressure on them. Yeah, this winter I'm gonna try to trim them off if I can somehow. Oh, there's some more over there, a couple more over there. Okay, let's get a few more. Hello, little bully. Come on. Wish I had a pear for you. I don't think he'd eat it anyway. Well, I got as many as I could. Okay, those are too high. There's some in the middle that I couldn't get because there's too many limbs in the way. And couldn't get them because I can't raise the bucket up high enough to create any tension on the pear to make it break free. It just raises up. Oh, I just have to leave those. But I got almost 2 buckets. I guess that's better than nothing. And I just let the rest of them fall off. Yeah, I got something out of it. I'm tired. Cattle got a treat out of it too. They're still playing around with them. I guess they're full of bears right now. Oh, little bully, he knows better than trying to come in here and get some because the cows won't let him, or the Highlanders won't let him. Let's go see what I got. I don't know, bucket works, but it worked better if it was a little smaller and had a sharper edge on it. That was from my first try on the ones lower down. These are the ones I got from up above. The ones above there were a little bit bigger, I think. Okay, that's all. I got something else to do now. It's still pear related though. Okay, girls and boy, I'm going to head over to the farm. I'm going to head over to the farm where this pear tree came from, and that one on the hill, that came from there too. I think there's a pear on there. I just see it from here. I'll see if I can grab that. Yeah, I see some good pears up there. I wish I could get them, but they're too high up. I can't keep the bucket in there because of the branches. But I got the majority of them, so yeah, I want to show where these pears originated from. And that was a grafted pear. I grafted that pear from over there at the farm, and then I dug this up and transplanted it. Same thing with that one over there a few years later. But this was my first one. This wasn't the first one I grafted though. The first one I grafted is still on the farm. It's too big to move now. I'll go over there and take a look. See if there's any pears on those trees. But the family who lives nearby on the farm, they probably got most of those. Or they should. I'm over at the farm. This is the west side. Yeah, and that's the gate I got to go through to get to the pears. Pears are over there. In there, right there. There's some other kind of trees I need to get rid of. My brother wants to leave that big oak, but whatever. Oh, I got a bus in the way. I smell a skunk. Whew. Somewhere. There's my brother's cattle. He's got those black Angus. I think he's got one red one too. Came out red. And car went by, but I'm headed toward that area over there where the ones in the middle are the pear trees. The ones on that side, there's a few trees on that side that are other stuff. I think one's a persimmon, and then an oak, and there's a big oak there on this side. And that's the pond my brother redid. I think it was last year. Finished it up this spring, I think. I think it was this spring. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, my brother's cattle can roam in all the woods there on the farm. They got all the woods here in this little pasture here, and then on the end of on the corner of this of the farm, he's got 40-some acres back there that he's fixed up. That belongs to him. He bought that a while back. Anyway, I'm headed over to the pear trees. Take a look. Well, that's a pear. That was the first pear tree that I grafted right there. And it was already a big tree when I grafted it too. And then there's two more over there. And then there's I think there's maybe two or three on that side, closer to the water. And those need to be removed. They don't belong here. Yeah. I wanted to have this big oak cut down, but my brother wanted to leave it. So as long as the pears survive, let me get a closer look. Yeah, this was the first one that I grafted. Looks like it's got maybe, I can't tell if it's got any pears left on it or not. Oh, there's one. Yeah, but most of them fell on the ground, and there's no cattle here to eat them. My brother's got them locked out with this fence. I lowered it down so I can back my truck over it. Yeah, I'm not going to pick nothing off the ground. Yeah. Well, the way this happened, I don't see too many pears on this tree. Oh, there's one over there. I'm gonna pick it. I want to see what they taste like. They should taste the same as the ones I got. And there's a pear tree there. I think another one there. I'm not sure about the little one over there, but the bigger one there, that's one. And so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for sure. And if that little one's a pear, that one ought to be dug up and transplanted someplace. And that other one down there closer to the water too, because it's not very big yet. Yeah. And I was going to transplant these two, but they got too big, so I just left them a little bit too close together. And the reason they're here is not because I planted them, because way in the back there, way in the back, where all that brush is growing, that's the original mama pear tree. And this still got a few pears on it. It's still alive, but not by much. And it had fallen down years and years ago. And as it started to die, all these suckers started, I call them suckers, started to come up out of the ground. And there was one here too. And I was thinking, oh, that's from the mama pear tree, so it's going to have the same kind of pears on it. But after I let it grow for years and years until it finally had a fruit, the fruit was like a ping pong ball, the size of a ping pong ball, round, and it was hard, very, very hard. No, you couldn't even bite it, so hard. So I realized that was the rootstock was a different type of pear. So that was, the mama pear tree was a grafted pear tree to begin with. And it's been here ever since I can remember. Yeah. So my grandpa or great-grandfather must have planted that. Or it was already here even before they bought the place, somewhere around 1900, I think. So, since I had all these suckers coming up, I said, I'm going to take the graft from the mama tree and graft it to these. But since this one was already so big, all I did was cut it off. You can almost tell where I cut it. Yeah, I cut it down there. I cut it, and then I just put a split in the stump, and put my graft on the edge of the bark, and it grew. And then over here, these were younger, so these are easier to graft. They were smaller trees, so I was able to graft them too. Let's get a closer look at the mama. Look at that pears. That one there, that pear there rotted on the tree. But I'm gonna grab that one and eat it. Now this is the same pear that I have at the house, at my house. Good pear. I'm gonna take a bite. Good. Sweet. Tastes just like the ones I have at home. Mine are a little bit more greener though. I don't know why. I think because this one gets more sun, I guess. Not sure. But it's good. So good. I'm surprised my family didn't pick the rest of them. I think they pick a few. There's some more up there, but I'm not going to bother with them. Look at them two up there. They're already rotting while they're still there. Anyway, let me check the mama tree. That's the mama pear tree. Well, when it was growing good, it was round, but all that's left of it now is the outer bark. Yeah, it's not very big, but it's got a few branches that go up. The trunk is a thin layer that wraps around a little bit. I'd say about a quarter of the tree, no more than a third. And then it goes out, and then it aims down, and some of the branches might be in the water. But that I cut them out last year. That's some kind of a I don't know what it is. It's a tree that don't belong here. If I got the saw in the, yeah, I'm going to cut that out since I'm here. And there's some honeysuckle and other things growing on it. Now there's some pears on that tree. That's from the mama tree. Right there, that's the mama tree. Still producing pears. Looks like my brother tried to do some mowing here. I don't know if he got stuck, but he made some tracks. Make some ruts. Yeah. Yeah, he did a pretty good job on this pond. That's the overflow over there. And he built a floating dock too. Yeah. Yeah, this pond used to be real shallow here, and it went all the way up almost to the road. Here comes a fertilizer truck. We've seen one like that before. Anyway, yeah, got a little moss problem though. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, pears. Yeah. He must have got stuck in here. Yeah. Wonder how he got himself out. Anyway, he probably got my brother-in-law to help him. That's the mama pear, and I need to get that honeysuckle off of it, so I'm going to work on that today. And I'm going to leave these two pears. They're going to like take the place of that when it eventually dies, and so does that one back there. There's a couple more back there. Three more. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 6 pears, and there's one that's small enough. It's being he got smothered back there. So I need to transplant that one out of there. These here are doing pretty good, and they got pears on them, and nobody's picking them. I'll have to tell my sister to come pick some. They're always asking me about them, and now that they're here, I need to collect them. There's still a few on these two back here, and there's the tops of the pear trees right there. Yeah, those are the pear trees. One with the reddish looking leaves. Okay. Yeah, that's a pear tree there. It looks like it's got a sucker growing up. I need to cut that out too. It's coming out of the root. So the graft is a little bit higher off the ground, but that's the one coming out of the root is a sucker. And same thing over there. There's a sucker on the side that needs to be cut out. But it's got a few pears on it. These got a few. That's got a few. This one's got at least one, maybe more. I can't see any on top, but I need to cut these off too because they're getting too tall, but I figured I'd just leave them for now. Okay, that one, a little bit there, that's a pear tree. But the one there, that's a oak tree, so I'm going to cut that out. I want to cut that one down too, but it's too big for my handsaw. I wanted to cut the rest of these out too. Maybe my brother will help me do that. Yeah. Anyway, that's where I got my pears, from that mama tree. Mama tree and the things that were growing here. I think I probably got it from the middle here somewhere. Yeah, I cut it out. I probably had it grafted in here, a couple of them, and no, I think one was from here, and one was close, way down by the water, where the old pond was, where the old level of the pond was, before my brother cleaned it up and redug it. Anyway, I need to cut some of this trees out that don't belong here first. Cut the sucker out of there. I'm leaving that one. That's another sprout from the root. I could graft to that, get some more trees. And so is that one down there. I'll need a bigger stem branch, but this one's small here. I can graft to that easy. And I picked a few pears off these trees up here higher up. That's hanging over the water there, or some water. I'm gonna let the family pick those. I'm tired. Well, I cleaned around the old mama tree. You can see how it's growing. What's left of it. Just the outer bark goes up, then goes down and hits the ground. You would think that's growing out of there, but it's growing out of here. That's the stump. That's the root. Grows up, and the tree broke off. But it's still growing, so it's got sprouts. I cut as much honeysuckle off as I can, but there's too much water and mud down there. Couldn't get in. And that tree I cut there, I just cut it and let it lay. I said there's still some pears on that tree out there, and a few out there, and I don't want to get into that. Anyway, that's what it looks like. That's the mama tree that I took all my grass off of. And if it survives, I can take some more grass off of it. But I don't really have to, because I can graft from any of these trees. I could take a cutting from any of these trees. It's the same thing. Another side view. Tree root is there, grows up, and it got bent down. There used to be a lot more hanging out, but it all rotted off because it was hanging in the water before my brother redid this pond. Yeah. And this is all that's left of the mama pear tree. It's got some sprouts coming out of the trunk that's laid over, and they're growing up. Like I said, it's still making pears. Yeah, it's still making pears. And now it's the same root. The same root that's connected to is the same root connected to all these. All these are, even that one up there, that's connected to the mama tree. They're all supporting each other. I'll leave these three, and that one up there, and the one over there. But I can transplant that middle one in the background. Yeah, and if I can graft something to those two, then I can dig those up while they're still young. Transplant them someplace else, away from the pond. Okay, that's about it for today. It's after 5 p.m. Sun's getting low. I cleaned up some of the bottom branches there. It's easier to walk through there. Yeah, that's I need to transplant that one out, a little bitty one in the back, because it's being shaded too much. It's crowded. But not this year. I'll do it next spring. I'm tired. Cut them stuff out there, cut some out back there, saved a couple sprouts there, and cut some more out there where that mama tree is that's laying down, and clean up these two. And there's still plenty of pears under the tree, but I guess the bugs will be eating them. clean up this tree too a little bit. I don't know who that is. Oh, I think that's my niece's husband. Probably coming home from work, I think. Oh, he's getting the mail. Yeah. A lot of traffic on this road too. Oh, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah, there's plenty of pears under this tree as well. Oh, that's the pears at the farm. There's a few pears left on some of these trees, but most of them are on that tree in the middle there, on the left of the mama tree. I picked most of the ones I could reach. I got maybe 3/4 of a bucket. I'll give that to my sister on the way home. Oh yeah, it looks better now. I didn't clean up the honeysuckle and rose bushes very good around the mama tree, but I'll do that some other time. Arms are tired. Yeah, I'll have to tell her about those pears on that tree if they want to get them. Yeah. Okay. I'll take a look at the bucket and then I'm on to head home. I got about 3/4 of a bucket, and I got one. That was my first one, and then I think that was the second one over there, the bigger one, and then the rest came later. And that little one there on the outside, that's still small enough I could probably dig it up and transplant it someplace. And then I got those two small ones that are just sprouted out. They're not grafted yet though. That little one there, that's grafted. The rest I'll leave them here. I'll leave these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll leave the 5 bigger ones. Plus the mama tree, of course. Okay, let's go take a look in the bucket. There's the pears. There's a couple on the other side there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Plus mama pear. Not mama bear, mama pear. And of course, plenty of pears on the ground. I thought somebody was picking these. Anyway, that's what I got. Running low on battery. Gotta go back to my house. Recharge. Okay. Let's drop these off at my sister's house. Whether she wants them or not. Because I got 2 buckets at home. Yeah. So I don't need them. And if she don't want them, she can give it to my other sister, or her kids. Well, I'm done with what I wanted to do here. I checked the pears, see how they're doing, and found a couple sprouts, small sprouts that I can graft to next spring if I want to. And then I'll have to, once they take, I'll have to dig them up and transplant them because they're underneath another tree. Yeah. But that's how I got the other ones. Graft them when they're young. That's the best way. The first one was big when I grafted it, so it was different way of grafting that. The smaller ones are easier. Anyway, while I was there, I decided to trim some of the lower branches off so I don't have to knock my head off every time I walk through there. Okay, that's all for here. I'm going to head home. I'm going to stop at my sister's house and drop off that bucket. Hopefully they have their own bucket I can put them in because I don't want to give up my bucket. But I'll give up the pears and I'll tell them about the ones that are left too on that one tree. Alright, that's all for here. Catch you later. Well, I'm back at my house now. Sun's getting low. And I see 2 Highlanders and the white bull down there. Oh, there's the other one. So they're all four here, so that's good. I can't tell if they were eating this grass here or not. I think they may have eaten some of that. Yeah, that's my thinking. I think they ate some of this grass here. But they didn't get all the way underneath the fence though. But they ate some of it, I think. And the rest of them are down. Now they're down there grazing. They like to graze along the pathways. But she's still going through the tall stuff. They like that too. Yeah. I guess there's something in there to eat. Yeah, she's eating something in there. Okay, sun's getting low and I'm ready to call it a day and go in the house and relax. Well, I picked 2 buckets of pears at my place on my tree, and then I went over to the farm and picked a bucket there that I gave to my sister. And while I was there, I trimmed up some branches, trimmed up the lower branches on the tree so I could walk. Now I'm done. And I told my sister about those pears that were left, and I guess they're going to drive over there and take a look at them before it gets too dark. Alright. Alright, I'm going to go watch the sunset for a few minutes. Yeah, sun's getting low. And I'm ready to go in and rest. Trimming them trees, pear trees or other trees over at the farm. That kind of wore me out. But that's the shadow, and I'm ready to call it a day. Okay, I'm sitting in my chair watching the sun go down, but I think I need to just go in the house and clean up and rest. I'm pushed. Okay, I'm not gonna wait till the sun sets. I need a drink. Okay, that's all for today. Catch you on the next one. I guess I should mention that it's right now it's about 6:15 p.m. 6:15 p.m. on Tuesday, October 8, 2024. Sun going down. Alright, that's it for today.